leaning into the resistance. You're gonna have every feeling come up that says, I don't want to. God, I don't know if I think I can do this. But you know what? That's when we are truly stepping into our greatness. When you ask for growth, don't be surprised when life challenges the fuck out of you. Why is this so hard? I don't know if I can do this. You guys, I get it. I have been there before. And to be completely honest, I was there just this last weekend. I went from going to Dallas, traveling, having 0 weekend, coming right back, having to run a business with very little rest. And I reached this place of utter exhaustion. And I found myself asking myself just that. This is hard. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I want to do this. And it's hard, and it's supposed to be. And I know so many of you guys listening are on your own growth journey. Maybe you're trying to lose weight. Maybe you're trying to heal from an autoimmune condition, from some chronic gut issues. Maybe you're starting your own business and diving into entrepreneurship. Because anytime you try to up level in some area of your life, it's gonna cause this inner resistance because we're being forced to have to step into a version of ourselves that we've never been before. So of course it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. But you want to know what's empowering? Getting to choose your hard. Being unhealthy is really hard. It's hard to be overweight. The way you feel about yourself when you look in the mirror, the guilt you feel after another binge session, it's hard. And it's also hard to change your habits. It's hard to lose your weight. It's hard. It's hard to have to go to the gym every single day. Being out of shape, it's hard. Working out, it's hard. Staying where you are at is hard. If nothing were to change and you were to stay exactly where you are right now, would you be happy? I think most of us would say no. And you want to know what's empowering? Choosing your hard. Leaning into the resistance. Yes, you're going to have every feeling come up that says, I don't want to. God, I don't know if I think I can do this anymore. But you know what? That's when we are truly stepping into our greatness. And the number one skill you can master in life, it's not actually leading into doing things that are hard, but the number one skill you can master is your communication with yourself. Every single day, I get in an ice bath. If you guys follow me on Instagram, on social media, you may see this on my story at times, but every single day, I get in the 37 degrees ice bath. And you know what comes up over me before that? I don't want to get in. I just want to stay in the nice warmth. This is awful. Why am I making myself do this? But I do it anyway. I choose to act in spite of thoughts, feelings, moods, and emotions and lean into that discomfort. And I get in that ice bath. And then the conversation shifts. My inner self then starts to say things like, okay, Rachel, we can just get out. It's freezing. It's cold. But that's when I get to step into that next high gear. And I get to say to myself, Rach, you got this. You've done harder things before. You can do this. And even though I plan to sometimes just be in the ice bath for 3 minutes, I go for 4. I've even gone for 5. Because the conversation I then begin to have with myself is, hey, you can do a little bit longer. You got this. You can do a little bit more. And the reason why I do that every single day is because of that conversation that I have with myself. It's a reminder of, A, we're not going to feel like doing a lot of things in life. But B, we are capable of far more than we think we are able. And every time we decide to lean into that discomfort, we add another brick of confidence and knowing that we are capable to do whatever is hard, whatever life comes at me. And that's why, when I'm in that ice bath, that conversation then shows up in other areas of my life. Because heck, there's a lot of things I don't want to do. Sometimes I don't feel like being the owner, running an entire business. Sometimes I don't feel like working out. But then the conversation shifts and it says, Rachel, you got this. You've done harder things before. And I kick it into that next high gear. Anytime we're facing some kind of growth, we get to choose the meaning that we make of it. We can say, this is so hard. I can't do this. I'm just going to quit. I'm going to jump out. Or we can say, I am being challenged to reach down deep and find out who I really am so I can do something greater. I'm being called to God's purpose and what He has for my life. And I know this is so for me so I can become the woman or the man that I was destined to be. But that doesn't come with going the easy route. That comes with leaning into the discomfort. But what's empowering is you get to choose the meaning. And the only difference between a problem being painful or being powerful is the sense that we choose it and that we are responsible for it. Being responsible doesn't say, I didn't do this. Responsible says, I'm taking ownership for this. It's taking ownership in every single area of your life, your health, your fitness, your success, your income, your business, your relationship, your marriage. And that is truly the only thing we can control. What things mean to us. And when we can control the meaning, I truly believe that we can control the key to life. 95% of your body's serotonin is produced by the bacteria that resides in your gut. And this explains why when my gut was a wreck or when clients come to work with me at Rachel Scheer Nutrition, they don't just suffer from things like bloating, constipation, diarrhea, but they also have symptoms of anxiety, depression, and brain fog because our gut and our brain are highly interconnected. And as Hippocrates says, all disease begins and ends in the gut. And this is the exact reason why I am so passionate about taking a functional, root cause-based approach for any chronic health condition. Gut issues, mental health illness, autoimmune conditions, stubborn weight loss, you name it. Me and my team do a comprehensive analysis looking at all these different systems so we can test instead of just guess, and then develop a customized nutrition plan and protocol to address these root causes and imbalances in the body and restore function. If you want to book a free 30-minute call with anyone from my team, click the link in the show notes or visit rachelscheer.com. Another reason why I do an ice bath every single day too is because I don't negotiate with myself. Negotiation is not an option. I make a decision and I do it because that is the standards that I have set for myself. And a lot of us, we're negotiating with ourselves. We're like, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to go on a health journey. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to heal my gut. But then the negotiation starts. We start to say, hey, it's okay. You can have a cheat meal today. Hey, it's okay. You don't have to go work out. Hey, it's okay. You've worked hard enough. And I want you guys to hear me when I say this, because I am all for self-compassion. And this is not about coming from a place of being the dictator to yourself. This is coming from the place of loving yourself to be the best version of yourself. But we don't negotiate with that. And when we really dig down deep and we lean in and we listen to what we know we should do, God, our heart, it tells us what that is. We negotiate because of the people around us, because when we're going out to dinner, it's what everybody else is doing and I just want to fit in. We negotiate because of, just not feeling like it. Like, come on, you just don't feel like it. And we start little by little eroding our confidence through this negotiation. I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I choose to act in spite of thoughts, feelings, moods, and emotion. And one of the most powerful things you can do is to decide. And a lot of people think they decide, they think they make a decision, but they haven't really made the decision, because decision comes from action, not from the thought. It comes from taking action. And there's 4 steps that actually happen from making a decision. 1 is clearly deciding what it is that you want and what you are absolutely committed to achieving. That's saying, I am absolutely committed to losing this weight. I am absolutely committed to healing my gut. I am absolutely committed to having a good marriage. What are you absolutely committed to doing? Decide. And 2 is, what action, this is the second piece, what action are you going to take to make that happen? Because it's not just saying, I'm going to do this. There's also steps. What action are you going to take? I'm going to be going to the gym Monday through Friday. I'm going to work with a coach and I'm going to follow through on what they say I need to do. I'm going to meal prep every single week. I'm going to track my macros. Whatever it is, decide what those action steps are and make that commitment to yourself to doing them. And then the third question we need to ask ourselves is, what is not working? Because a lot of us have been trying to create this change in our life for so long, but there's obviously some things that are not working. It's not working that when I go out with my friends on the weekend, I end up drinking and I fall off track and then I feel guilty thereafter, then I self-sabotage. It's not working that I don't have my food planned out and meal prepped, because when I get hungry and I'm busy during the work week, I end up just grabbing whatever is easiest and most convenient. That's not working. So what is not working right now? And then number 4, how do we need to change what is not working? And I truly believe this is how we can create the results and the change that we want in our life. And like I said earlier, it's hard. Like, it is hard. Growth is so hard. But so is staying stuck. So is staying exactly where you're at. So is being unhealthy, out of shape, having your gut a wreck. Trust me, you guys, when my gut was a wreck, I had every feeling come over me of, man, I want to eat what everybody else is eating. I don't want to have to take all these supplements. I don't want to have to look at every menu before I go out to eat at a restaurant. But I made the decision that my healing was the most important thing to me. I made the decision and I committed to the actions that I needed to do in order to get there. And sometimes those action steps could be you working with a coach, because maybe you don't know what those next steps could be. And that's what's so beautiful about working with a coach, is they get to help you outline that for you. You know, with our practice at Scheer Nutrition, we do all of the lab testing. We look at what's off in the body. We help create your nutrition. We help with the daily habits, your morning routine, you know, when you need to be meal prepping, identifying what's not working in your life. Like, we help you with that. And I'm a massive believer in working with a coach, because it is hard. It is hard. And sometimes we need an outside eyes to look at what we're currently doing, and someone who's also been there, who's walked through it. I do not take advice from anybody in my life who hasn't achieved what it is that I want to achieve in my life. I have a business coach. I have a life coach / therapist. I have a relationship coach. Like, guys, I got it all. And I've had a fitness and a nutrition coach before. And I'm a believer in that, because I 100% am that committed to getting what I want. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And confidence does not come from reaching, you know, a certain weight. It doesn't come from, you know, driving a nice car. It comes from this. This is the greatest way to cultivate confidence. It's to lean into discomfort, lean into the growth, doing hard things, doing things we don't want to do, but that we know is moving us in the direction that we say we want to go. That's freaking empowering. So I want to leave you guys with this. Remember this the next time you have those thoughts. It's hard. I don't know if I can do this. But the truth is, you are being challenged to reach down deep and find out who you really are, so you can do something greater. You're up-leveling in your life, and it's supposed to be hard. But you get to choose your hard.